So I have struggled because I believe in the ultimate goal of what the code is to do for our students. I believe wholeheartedly in restorative practices. But I have struggled with what I have as a parent, knowing what I did on the front end of the code, okay? I was a part of the parent advisory panel when we began to implement the code. And I sat with parents in sessions, and I listened to Black and white and brown parents of all socioeconomic backgrounds ask for accountability with our code and with our behavior for our students. I sat and I listened to parents and other stakeholders ask for them to be involved, not on the back end, but on the front end of what was happening with behaviors in the classroom. And I have continued to walk along this journey with the code, and I have continued to hear stakeholders throughout the community say, what has happened? Because when we supported this and when we supported what this code was supposed to be for our schools, we have not seen it brought along the way that we thought it was going to be brought along. We have had a lack of accountability, both with adults and students, and even our parents. And when I start to hear this coming from all sorts of members throughout our community, I have to stand up and say, something's got to give. So this is great. I love that, we're going to have these model schools and all that, but I'm still missing where the true accountability is coming from, because when I listen to our stakeholders throughout the community, I continue to hear several themes. One, that what was supposed to be a guiding light for our district has not been a guiding light. It has been Principal A says, this is how we do the code in our school. Principal B says, this is how we do the code in our school. Teacher A says, I can't get this to happen in my school because my principal says their hands are tied because of the code. So at what point are we going to actually do real accountability so we can get to real restoration? Because I still don't feel like we have done anything with that. I feel like we talk a lot about it, but we still don't have what our educators need in the building to allow them to do what they need to do, because no one's holding the adults accountable. And then I still have parents saying, hey, all these things are happening to my student, but I didn't hear about it until it was way down the road. Why are we not involving the parents at the beginning? So I have some real issue with the lack of accountability, and what are we going to do to actually write that train and not just talk about writing the train?